Back again in the world of Tomb Raider 1 and the lovely, lovely remastered collection. Straight into Lost Valley, level 3 as it is. Right, here we are. This is obviously one of the maybe most famous levels in all of Tomb Raider 1 for a very particular reason that we will get into when we get there. But yeah, as a fan of... as a starter of Tomb Raider 2, for me, it was something that I didn't actually know about at all. I didn't know anything about this level, really, when I was growing up. And I didn't really know that it was a thing in Tomb Raider 1 until quite a bit later, actually. I'm not quite sure whether I ever got to this level, even in my earliest playthroughs of the game. But anyway, I won't spoil the surprise just yet. We'll have a quick look around this lovely looking level, like all the rest of them. Ah yes, and they have added what looks like an evening time sky to this particular level. Again, like the last episode, I said it about 400 or 500 times. The skyboxes they've added are just... they're the real deal, like... Okay, yes, right, so this is the first thing. This is kind of a mechanic in most of the Tomb Raider games where the water will actually push you in a direction unless you go and figure out how to maybe block off the water in an easy way, like a dam of some description. Right, so let's go up here and take on these lovely wolves waiting for Lara's lead. They died tremendously easy for standard wolves. Yeah, this is obviously a little famous location that we will be returning to the end of this level as well. But we'll get there when we get there as well. Oh, is that another wolf? Just having a sit down, enjoying himself before he was rudely interrupted by a wild Lara and her two beautiful silver pistols. The silver pistols are actually quite Hitman now that I think about it. The silver ball, they're kind of silver baller vibe. I was thinking I was going to slip down there, actually. But luckily not. Right, we've got another green cross. Large med kit up here to pick up. And a lovely skeleton. Ah, yes, of course they've remodeled it. But that's a much more accurate looking skeleton. But you know, there's something charming about the low polygon look, you know? It just reminds me of Lego or something like that. And of course, anybody that did play with Lego a lot as a kid, like myself, will know that the skeleton Lego figurines were quite cool. Oh, I lost a pointless amount of health there. Just want to have a quick look down this direction, see if there's anything. Ooh, there's 3 beautiful wolves. There we go. Oh. That now was the first time in the game where I got the dual pistols going off rhythm, because she usually shoots them both at one time, for anybody that hasn't played the game before. But if you kind of aim off and aim back in a particular direction, well, that's cool. Again, yeah, the skybox. It's all about I'm all about the skybox. It's the best addition. Literally, they could have done nothing else. They could have just left the game looking like this, and if they just added skyboxes into all those all the locations in the game, I would have been absolutely delighted. But yeah, so if you aim with one pistol while you're running around, because obviously Lara auto aims, and then you kind of shift your body back around at the right time, you can kind of get some very interesting rhythms with the pistols going. You can kind of get a brap brap, or you can dit 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 dit, or again bang bang bang. But there's yeah, I think that's quite cool that they did that. Actually, looking at the beta footage of the game back in the day, it kind of looked like you could kind of aim separately the pistols in more interesting ways. She would kind of aim at 2 different enemies at once, which she doesn't quite do here. So yes, here we are. Here's our first little taster of what's to come. Oh my god, and I just realized that this game was HD. Wow, that is a massive change to this location. Holy smokes. It's like a different game. Holy shit. Look at that skybox. So is this like nighttime? Because I suppose the game is trying to half say nighttime. Is that a switch up there? I've never seen that that block with that texture up there before. Well, obviously this is a kind of a usual thing of PlayStation 1 as well, where we have the fog of war, or whatever you want to call it, right? So do we want to, I suppose we'll witness it in the HD graphics. Well, in this case I'm playing it in 4K I suppose, but oh my. Right, I think the best case scenario here for me is actually to save, and for a very good reason, which we'll shortly see. I'll just save over there. That's fine. Okay, wow, yeah. That's a big change. I approve of it. I think it looks great. It looks obviously a little closer to Tomb Raider Anniversary. We'll hear a nice little music sting here. Ah, he has a life bar. Oh, I did actually see 1 or 2 bits of footage regarding the life bar, actually, of each of the boss enemies in the game. I think I'm going to get bitten. I need some health. Ooh. Will full health keep me alive? There he is in all his glory. There we are. T-Rex stinked. Brilliant. So I defeated a T-Rex, of course. So yeah, there you go. That is the big, massive surprise of this game. The famous T-Rex. What's kind of interesting as well about this T-Rex to me, in regards with the PlayStation. Obviously, Tomb Raider being a Sega Saturn game actually on launch, and then moving its way over to PC and PlayStation 1, and really finding its audience on the PlayStation 1. Like, many people consider it a PlayStation 1 game. I'm not actually one of those people. I personally consider it more of a PC game in my mind, just because that's what I came from. Oh, the water has its own streams as well. That's so cool. Can Lara get wet? I suppose she can. Anyway, yeah, so the T-Rex thing and it being linked to PlayStation 1 has always been very interesting for me, because obviously anybody that knows PlayStation 1, and of course the famous Demo 1 disc on PlayStation 1, will be well aware that the famous T-Rex on Demo 1 is like one of those talked about things. And I always found those two things kind of linked, because Demo 1 is that famous demo disc that came with PlayStations on launch, you know, in the box as something, a little bit of a tester to try out different games. And yeah, there was just this distinct T-Rex vibe to it, and then Tomb Raider happened to also have a T-Rex. Also, the logic of there being a T-Rex in the world of Tomb Raider is very unusual. Like, obviously Tomb Raider is somewhat based in reality. Obviously the end of this game and the other games gets a bit all over the place in terms of magic, and we'll call them aliens for the time being. But, oh, I hear something. I think I hear, yeah, another velociraptor. Quickly, want to get the kill in or I die. Yeah, but the way that the game actually has dinosaurs in this Lost Valley is just maybe one step too far. Like, how have they been surviving for this long? Now, when we get on to Tomb Raider 2, there's other things to talk about, and Tomb Raider 3 as well, actually, in a sense, but we'll leave those surprises for when we get there, I suppose. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly where I'm going here, but I'll have a look around. Oh, well, there's one item anyway. We have found a cog. That is lovely. Yeah, I still can't get over Lara. Lara really, truly does look awesome in this game. And, like, don't we all just miss that outfit? Beautiful teal green, kind of bluey cyan nearly. It's more cyan in Tomb Raider 2, I suppose. But yeah, and the hot pants, I suppose, is a vibe, and the cool boots. Right. So I suppose I can't really go back this way, can I? it's probably better off going out the other direction anyway. I don't know, I just want to have a quick look around. You know me, I'm just very curious. Is that another? Yep. Man, those skyboxes. Every single one I'm going to reference, because why not? They are literally the best thing about this whole HD collection. Right, we have some water. A body of water. Have a little swim through. Just the instant switch never gets old, like. And I know it's been done in other games, but like, in a sense, it hasn't been done in enough remasters. Yeah, and the draw distance being further as well really gives this this location a good sense of space. How do I get up there? If I can actually get up there. Oh, yes, actually, isn't there? Am I correct in thinking that there's actually a few secrets up and around this direction? So let's go have a quick look in behind here. And I think that, yes, I do remember. I think there's up to 5 secrets. I think I had a brief look online in this level. So hopefully we'll find all of them. Is that am I able to get up to that location now, or is that a later location? It feels like it might be a later location. Yeah, okay, right. Well, I'll come back to that. Right, I believe there's also a secret up in that little waterfall area. The moving sprite is very quaint when compared to the actual running water. Right, well, I see another few platforms that I can climb up on here, so we'll go check them out. As always, you can do a little hop, skip, and a jump. Like how are you supposed to know that you could climb across there? Is that in the original graphics? Is that more? How is anybody supposed to know that? It's mental. Okay, right, here we are. I actually don't think I've ever gotten this secret in a standard playthrough, now that I think about it. Whoa, why did you pull out the pistols, Lara? We got no enemies around. More shotgun bullets. And I still haven't gotten a shotgun. I think I'll use another health pack. Do I need one? I do. I definitely do. I have enough of them anyway, and if I keep getting as many of these secrets as I can get my hands on, shouldn't have any issues with health packs. I suppose I can just drop straight down into the... That's what water is for. Okay, up you go, Lara. Ooh. Said up you... Up you go, Lara. Up, 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 up. Lovely stuff. Okay. Right. Moving swiftly on. There's more to find, more to see, more to do. More beautiful textures to admire. I think there's 1 or 2 more enemies. Yeah. Sort them out as quickly as humanly possible. Oh. There's something about the flipping around when you are shooting as Lara that is just so cool, like. Lara's such a class character. Just bring back OG Lara. Well, I suppose they are actually going to be doing that at some stage, or at least that's what they've been talking about. We're yet at this stage in the world, like as the making of this video, they still haven't quite announced exactly what that means, but I suppose this is definitely the first step in many, hopefully, of you know, more OG Lara. I know that I did see this, I suppose it's an animated show that's coming to Netflix. I did see the trailer to that. I suppose my only issue is that she has a bow and arrow kind of thing as a weapon, which obviously kind of became a little bit of a Lara weapon from the Survivor trilogy. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. Bow and arrows are cool and everything, but like Lara without the 2 pistols definitely isn't as Lara as it could be. That's cool. I've never noticed that that was actually a face until now. A melted looking face on all those walls. It's great that they, obviously from a gameplay point of view, they had to stay true to the geometry, but it's great that they actually like really truly stayed very, very much true to the geometry of the original game. Now, there is another secret, I believe, up this direction. Now, is this the right way to go? I think this is the way to go. I am going to save this because my platforming capabilities on the PlayStation controller, as we saw in the last episode from my untimely death, are not good. But I hopefully will make it up here without much of a issue. Right, we'll take a step back. Whoa, I thought she was going to fall there. Look at the size of those leaves. Oh, these are... They're not even in the original. So I love that. They've added some lovely kind of palm trees to fill up this space. Again, welcome touches. Like, welcome touch-ups to the original look. And like the question was, obviously like the fog of war was just a thing that they had to do for the PlayStation's limitations, you know, for big locations like this, so they could load in the map as you moved without it seeming weird. But it did always feel a little like it was kind of nighttime, and now we know it's more of a is it still kind of nighttime, or is it more of a kind of shortly after the sun has set? Okay, here we go. Let's go for this. Don't die. And there we are. Again, I've never been up here in my standard playthroughs in all my years. Never seen this location. I just saw this today when I was looking up like what the secrets on this level were. It's also a nice thing that I have never played. Or I have played like Tomb Raider 1. Never played. I have played Tomb Raider 1, so I don't really mind looking up where the secrets are if I need to. And a lot of them I will, because again, like, I've never actually gone for any secret runs in any of my Tomb Raider playthroughs. Right, I believe you come down somewhere around here. Gotta be careful. Yeah, I think it's this. There we are. Lovely stuff. Okay, so that's the 3 secrets in the valley. And I suppose there's probably a good few more items to pick up. I think there was another cave to the left-hand side. Let's have a look at this location. Again, lovely stuff. I'd love to actually compare this version to the work they did on the mobile versions. The Android and iPhone versions. I must check out a video or two online just to see what that's like. Lara, she's looking so great. Okay, let's save this because again, this is a dodgy jump that I think I'm going to fail on the first. This is actually a very hard jump if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is one where you actually have to get it right at the end of the platform. I think that's it. Yeah, lovely stuff. And the bridge obviously looks a bit different as well. Totally flat almost texture there. Still looks great though. Okay, and they've added some nice vines there to one of the ropes. Lovely stuff. There is another one of the cogs we were looking for. We don't know why we're looking for these cogs just yet, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Whoa. I've never seen Lara descend a slide that quickly in this game. Why do I feel like I should be able to get up there? Or was I already up there? I'm just going to check one more time. Okay, there was absolutely nothing up there, but I believe one of the other cogs I'm looking for is up this direction, maybe? Or is there nothing up here? There looks like there is nothing up there. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced that I haven't, that I've missed, like, it feels like I've missed out on something by not getting up there in a way. Maybe I can actually. Can she do... Yeah, I just can't see there. It does not look like there's any way up there, but it does look like there... It looks like a place that you should be able to get up. Can I just do a standard climb? Maybe not. Yeah. Doesn't look like it. I feel like I don't have enough cogs though. I have 3 cogs. Like that totally feels like somewhere where you should go, right? Maybe, maybe not. I got all the secrets from this area, I believe. So, best thing to do is just move on back to the opening area. Right, here we are back in the opening location, and we're going to continue up here towards the area where I have to put these cogs into a certain wall. Whoa, make a good jump there. Lovely stuff. More jumps to be made. This is definitely would have been a place as a kid that I would have absolutely struggled with. Just because the timing of the jumps back in the day was, for some reason, very hard when I was a kid. What's kind of cool about the game though is because Lara has momentum in kind of the same way that characters like Mario actually have momentum, but I actually think it's more akin to a game like Prince of Persia, and I'm like massive Prince of Persia fan. It's the first game I ever played, the original now I mean, on DOS. I know the original was on Apple too, but my original Prince of Persia that I played was the DOS version. And yeah, just the momentum of the character and the kind of the jumping in terms of, you know, you move one block to do a big jump, you can do a standing jump, you can walk to the edge and she won't fall off, you can walk to the edge in Prince of Persia and the prince won't fall off. There's kind of a lot of similarities, probably more so similarities between Tomb Raider and Prince of Persia than there would be between Tomb Raider and any other particular platforming game or character. Right, so I think it's 3 cogs is all I need, and then there's a lovely switch, a very reasonably more hidden actually on this version than the original. The original is that handle sticks out like a sore thumb, but in this remake it doesn't. Of course, I suppose the ideal part of this level would be you would head up this direction first and see that you don't have the cogs and that you need the cogs, but I suppose because I'm you know, I've already played it, I know it well. Okay, well, as they say, that's done something, and what that has done is put up a little door which has blocked off, which has created a dam. So first, my first port of call here is I'm going to head down because we're going to finally get a new weapon, which I can see on the floor over there, and it's beautifully modeled by the looks of it. And yes, ladies and gents, as you can see, we've got a lovely shotgun. Like, that looks like a shotgun there, but then when you go back to this, you're like, is that a pipe with a bit of leather on it? So, yeah, the actual modeling of the shotgun is very super cool. That's another thing I miss about old games, spinning icons for items that you pick up. I love the shotgun, it's great. Also, I didn't even talk about the inventory. I really like the Tomb Raider inventory screen because there's kind of a touch of class to it, this kind of scrolling through the items in a circle, and then when you land on them they spin, and then when you press them they kind of do an animation. It's quite cool. Right, so there we are. There is the shotgun that Lara is holding. That's awesome. Okay, right. So I believe, if I'm not incorrect, there is a secret down this direction, which I'm going to head to now. So we're going to bypass... Is there an item down there? There's not. Right, yeah. So there's a bit of swimming involved to get to this particular secret, but we'll get there and all will be well, we hope. I hope I won't die on the way. More lovely textures of faces. So yeah, well, that looks more like a face there on that wall, but they stretched it out in that building that we walked into down in the valley. Okay, lovely stuff. And here is the secret room. Class. Right, yeah. Pick that up for myself. Shotgun bullets, more shotgun bullets, which I will be using at the end of this level to just make it a little bit quicker. I should probably save stuff, but at the end of the day, like if I'm going to be finding all the secrets and I'm going to be getting this much extra gear for the levels, I might as well just use it. Right, what do we have down here then? I'm going to save it before I jump down there, because I kind of get the feeling that I might die. Okay, let's walk to the edge and have a look there, Lara, around the world. I think if I jump and land down there, I'll be okay. The tiniest bit of health was lost. That is totally okay. Alright, well, I want to head back there though, because there is a second secret down this direction. And I probably should have went for that one first, but that's alright. That's alright. There we are, lovely stuff. Bouncing Lara off walls as per usual. Okay. I suppose I can just jump into the water, really, can't I? Yeah. Because it's stable. The water is stable. Or maybe yeah, maybe I need to jump down to it. Oh no, I don't. Here we are. So, I believe this is where the second secret lies. And I was sure right. Again, the running water is so different in the original version. It's quite quaint now when you compare the two. Even though, like, I suppose really, like, whilst I'm playing it here in like 4K, which is cool and everything, the game actually kind of has nearly a PS2 aesthetic to it in a sense. The water is actually quite reminiscent of something you might see in Shadow of Colossus, actually. Funnily enough, I think I'm actually supposed to get down to this location from up there. And there's a ledge, as you can see, but obviously there's no need to know where I am. Okay, and can I climb up? Yes, I can. I can climb up where the gentleman with the shotgun. So that's 5 secrets that I've gotten, and that is all of the secrets in this level. There is no need to get any more, and what I'm going to be doing next is... Would I jump over that and land and not die? There's too much of a drop. I'm going to have to go back the safe way. Okay, so here we are, and we are going to be heading back down to where the waterfall stopped, because where the waterfall stopped is where we're going to find another little fun character once we get down there. Or do we need to go behind the waterfall? Maybe it's the next level actually where I find that fun character. I actually think it is. Right, so I'm glad I didn't give away anything about that particular fun character, because I believe, might be correct in thinking, that this is, again, the end of the level. I'm quite liking that the levels are so short, actually, in this game. What's funny, I wondered about this just before I end this level. So that door that I ran up to, as you saw, just automatically opened. There was no switch to do with that door. But I had to get quite close in order to have that door to open. And there's a few times throughout the original Tomb Raider series, and particularly in this game, where there's a few doors that you have to run towards in order to get them to open. Like, for new players that aren't following a walkthrough, that's quite an obtuse thing to have to figure out. Like, when you had all the time in the world and the only game you owned was Tomb Raider 1 and you were just exploring the levels because you'd never played a 3D game before. Like, that's fine. We'll put in the time and effort to search around everywhere in the level because we're trying to finish the game. But, like, I kind of wondered about that before I started playing, whether they would, like, put any kind of hint system in for modern players, but obviously not. And there we are. We have 5 out of 5 secrets. Oh, 15 out of 16 pickups. I missed the pickups in that level. Oh no. Oh no. That's not very good. Right, so it turned out the last missing item on my list was actually some more Magnum bullets, and they were on top of the waterfall. They were actually in one of the secret areas, but just kind of well hidden. So I should now have 16 out of 16 pickups. Excellent stuff. Right, well, I am going to pretty much leave it there, but I do want to do just one more thing before we go. Well, you see, I think there's no really better way to end this episode than for poor old Lara to get absolutely chomped down on by a T-Rex. Anyway, ladies and gents, on that note, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.